Hello, everyone. How are you today? I am so happy to be here with you. First of all, I want to introduce myself. I am Dr. Melida Barrow. I'm the author of Unveiling the Illusion. Know who you are. Yes, know who you are. I'm going to tell you something. I am so happy to be on here tonight. I am. This is a special day for me because there's a lot of things that I want to share with you today. This is my new show, Living Your Best Life Now. Yes, living your best life now. I'm going to tell you something. I've been through a lot, but I didn't let it hold me back because I realized that one of the most important things in this life is love. Yes, it is love. I am so happy that I discovered love. I discovered it a long time ago, but it was defined for me, not by me. And today, I am going to be talking about something that's very important, very, very important. And let me put my glasses on today. I know many of you have not ever seen me in my glasses, but I'm going to put my glasses on tonight because I have to see the things that I wrote and also talk about the things that's important to us tonight. Welcome, everybody. Manuel, Lila, Barbara, Sylvester, Carol, Jack Celis. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my new show. Omar, nice to have you. Love you guys. You know I love you guys, right? But let's start this show because this show, I've been trying to get a show started for a long time. And I tell you what, it's always obstacles. But this time, I'm doing it. I'm in control. Nobody else. And so is God. This show is about why negative people are literally destroying your life. I've had this situation in my life for many years, and I've learned something. I learned to manage my life, and I've learned to control my space. And that is something that many of us are suffering with today. You're not controlling your space, and you're not protecting yourself. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the toxic people that's in your life. Hello, Tomas. Hello, everybody. Lisette, Barbara, Emma, Franklin. I'm just giving you guys a shout out. But let's get started. The toxic people. First of all, I feel that we have lost humanity. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's so much that's happening in the world today, and it seems like we don't have any control over it. And we do. We have control over our lives in spite of what's going on in the world. And humanity, the way people in society treat each other and how we all interact with one another needs to change. It really needs to change because love is not there. And we need to bring love back in our communities, in our churches, in our government, in our schools, in the police department, which they've probably never been, but there's a lot of police officers out there. I want to give you a shout out. I should say. I know this job is tough, but today we're going to talk about the negative things that's happening within your departments and also in the world. One of the things also, it's time that people take notice and take action in treating everyone with respect and kindness. That is something that's missing in our lives. Big businesses, jobs, healthcare, foreign policies, immigration, and all important things. But are they more important than people? No, they're not. We have to start changing. If we want to change the world, we have to change. I think that's the most important thing. we are allowing all this negativity to come in our lives. You know why? We are allowing it to happen. We are giving people the rights to come in our lives and to destroy our lives. And I am going to speak by experience, because in the past, I've allowed a lot of negative people around me. No one celebrated me, but they had a lot of people that did, that celebrated my life, celebrated my situations. And I think that's missing in our lives today. We just have a lot of people around us that's just actually destroying us. I've had experiences and I've watched other people destroyed, even die, because of all the negative things that's being dumped on you. Relationships. I'm going to talk about relationships. I'm going to talk about the youth. I'm going to talk about different things today, because we are being destroyed, not only by other people, but guess what? You are being destroyed by self. And the reason I'm saying that, we're always talking about toxic people, but we also can be toxic to ourselves, and we don't realize it. So I had to change my way of thinking, my way of being. I had to change a lot about myself in order to be where I am today. I can literally tell you, I am at peace. I love me. I know what it took in order for me to get here. And that is what we're going to talk about today. I had to focus on the person and not their skin color, gender, religious belief, political party view, social class, or county of origin. We are all people. God created all of us. And years ago, when I first arrived to this country in 1976, I was told that I was actually put in a category. I had to put that I am Black. At that time, they didn't have Black Hispanic, because I came from Panama. I was born in Panama City, Panama. And I was told that I had to check that. And I didn't understand why. Well, I understand it now. But I found it very strange at the time, because that was not something that I had to do growing up. I came to this country when I was 16 years old. So as time went by, when I go and look for a job, I would discover that I had to check that. And then it started growing. It was only Black, white, and I think it was Asian. And, you know, it's a darn shame. So I was put in that category, not realizing why. Now, one of the things that we are being bombarded with each day is about the skin color, racism. I just want to share this with you. Racism is an illusion. It is an illusion, and I'm going to tell you why. Because from the time I've been in this country, over 40 years, I was trying to figure out, what is it about the color of my skin? And this is what we're considering the negative part of what we're going through, because we're talking about the negative things that we are going through. And I was affected by that, because everywhere I go, I was asked, who are you? Where are you from? Because they would hear my accent. And that took a toll on me. And I realized that racism is nothing but an illusion. There is no way a person can be superior to me. No way, because of the color of my skin. Now, if you want to say that you are more privileged than I am due to economic reasons, then I understand. But that can be anybody. That could be an Asian, that could be a Black person, that could be anybody. So racism is an illusion, and we have to realize that it is. Oftentimes, we are being bombarded day in and day out on all of these negative things in our lives. When we go to work, we have to change our image. We have to change the way we talk. We have to change the way we are. And we're going from one extreme to the next. Tell me if that is not affecting you. It affected me. It affected me at the time because I had no clue who Dr. Barrow was. Had no clue. Now I know who I am. So when it comes to changing my accent, it's going to stay the same way. When it comes to changing who I am, I'm going to remain the same way because I am that I am. I'm a great woman. God did not create me to be great. He created me great. He created you great. And this is why I wrote the book, Unveiling the Illusion. Know who you are, because to live in a society and a system that has been created to destroy me, to destroy my mind, to destroy my future generation, you have to know who you are. Because if you don't, you will be lost. And tonight, we are going to unveil all the illusion, at least some of them, let's say, about what's going on with you. What is happening with you? I want to address the people, those of you that are toxic and don't even realize that you are. People with toxic behavior don't believe in themselves, have no clue who they are, and what they're trying to do and what they have done and what they are doing is try to destroy you. Do you know a toxic person? Those of you that are on here, Audrey, Oscar, Arelis, do you know anyone that is toxic in your life right now? All of you that are watching, let me see the likes or the hearts or whatever. Do you know anyone that is in your life, or just know anyone that is toxic? Well, people that create drama in your life, they're considered toxic. These toxic people try to manipulate you or control you. They use you to meet their needs. They're toxic. These people control every move you make. They're toxic. I had to get rid of a lot of people, negative people in my life. And I'll give you some example. For example, you just got a new job. And the first thing they tell you, oh, you're not going to last long. In no time, you'll be out of there. Getting married. These are examples I'm throwing out at you. Oh, guess what? I'm getting married. This goes for the man or the woman. Oh, I don't think, you don't know her that well. So you got to be careful. They're always planting that little seed in your heart. And then next thing you know, you embrace that seed. Please don't. Please stop embracing the negativity of other people. All what they're saying to you, bounce it off. It is not for you. For example, if you decide to go to college, my young people, I'm talking to you too tonight. Don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let the world discourage you. Remember that God gave you a gift. God gave us all a gift. And we have a passion for so many things. For example, what I'm doing now, this is my passion. My passion is to educate you, motivate you, inspire you. My job is to share what I've been through and where I am today. if someone tells you what you cannot do, please do me a favor. Tell them that this gift that I have was not giving to you. It was giving to me. And I am going to be the woman or the man God created me to be. And no one ever is going to stop me. These are the things that the toxic people will do. They will find a way and plant that seed and tell you what you cannot do. You know why? Because they can't do it. But it wasn't giving to them in the first place. It was giving to you. So those of you that have these toxic people in your life, tell them it's time to go. If you talk to someone and you let someone know that they have to stop doing what they're doing and they don't stop, it is time for them to go. And I'm going to tell you, all these relationships that we have out here, there are times, and I'm going to speak for the men today. I'm going to speak for you because a lot of men out here are suffering in silence. I think I posted that 2 days ago. You are suffering in silence because you are in a society and a system that was created. And this has nothing to do with gender. This has, with color. These are men, period. They're suffering out here because they believe that they have to be a certain man and on a certain level and titles in order to be a man. Let me tell you something. Let me give you a bit of good news. Do not allow this society and this world to define who you are. You have to define you. Matter of fact, you was already defined by God. No one on this earth should define you. So when you are stressed and when you are suffering within, let me just say this. Women, we need to support our men. We need to give, if they don't have the tools, give it to them. Teach them. We need to love one another. Do not let this society and this world break us apart. When my husband, my papi, needs any help with anything, I'm there for him. When I need help, he's there for me. Women, don't let your title make you think otherwise. Your husband is a mechanic and you're the president of a company. Please, don't let your title feel like you are above him. We have to work together. We have to love one another. And we have to stand together. And if we don't do that, then we're going to have a world the way it is today. I'm here to tell you today that we can change. Don't expect the world to change. We have to change. We have to change all the things that the negative, the system, and when I talk about the system, I am talking about the school system. I am talking about government. Look at what's happening today with our children. I had one of my young people, my young person call me yesterday and says she graduated in December and she I don't know where to turn. She have all the education and guess what? She need guidance. She have nowhere to turn at this point. But guess what? She wrote me. She told me what was her problem. She says, I have the degree and I don't want to work for anybody. I want to work for myself. So I told her, call me the next day. And we had a good talk. I told her, stop dreaming now. Get into action. You see, you have to go into action. I said, if you want to be an entrepreneur, this is what you do. Go and investigate all the necessary things that you're going to need in order to start your business. Do you know the cost of the business? No, then find out. Do you know who to go to? No, then find out. It's time for us to guide our young people. This is not just about sending your child to college and then feel good about yourself that you have a child that has a college degree. No, that's not what it's about. And then they come back home to you and living with you without a job. We have to help our young people. These are all the negative things in the world that is happening to our children. Don't feel just good because your child have that piece of paper. We have to help them now to find out. Most of them want to be entrepreneurs. So what are you going to do? You're just going to let them sit in the house and tell them find a job? If they have a passion to do something and to be an entrepreneur, then let them be. Tell them to call me. I will guide them. We have to stop all of the nonsense. Those of you that are in high positions in your office, government, school, all these things, stop tormenting your employees. If you are having a problem, leave your problem at home. There's so many people out here can't even hold a job because they cannot support or deal with their supervisors, with the managers. Stop tormenting each other. It is not necessary to do that. But you see, when you're bombarded at work and everybody have to meet their quota, then all the pressure is coming down. You can handle it better. You can talk to your employees in a manner with respect, with honor. If you want somebody to work for you and do good, then it's time for us to respect each other. We don't respect each other anymore. We don't. We are finding ways sometimes to hurt one another. That is not necessary. When a man loses a job, do you know he feels how he feels? That's a pain that I cannot even express. There are men out there that need jobs. There are men out there that are suffering. There are women out there that are suffering. Those of you that just went through a divorce, I am jumping from one thing to the next because these are things that if you do not tackle, you're going to be 6 feet deep because the stress alone will give you a heart attack. So what I am trying to do today is to tell you, don't embrace negativity, whether it's from somebody or within yourself. You have control over your life. You have control over self. So you can manage your life in a better way. And those of you in churches, my goodness, I know this is a very delicate topic, but I have to talk about it. There are times that I walk in a church and nobody say hi. There are times that I walked into church and they're fighting in the church. There are times that I've walked in a church and the person sitting next to me don't even say a word. What's happening to us? They gossiping with each other about the sister, about the brother, about the pastor, trying to find ways when pastors are doing great, trying to find ways to get pastors out of churches, trying to find ways to get a sister out of a church. I mean, this is crazy. What happened to humanity? What is happening to us? We are suffering silently. All of us. We have to put on a mask every time we leave our home. Because the suffering that we're going through, we're doing it at home. And when we go to work, we're, hello, good morning. But inside, you are suffering. What is happening to us? One of the other topics that I want to talk about is fear. Fear to even talk. Fear to even express yourselves about what's happening around you. You might be tackling so many different things at work, so many things within your home. You don't even have a voice. It's become numb. Numb. And one of the things that I want to share with you is that fear is something that you have to fight. You have to fight fear tooth and nail. You fear women now are going through abuse, mental abuse and physical abuse. But guess what? Men are going through mental abuse as well in relationships. And also physical abuse, believe it or not. But the fear of being independent, the fear of being alone, and the fear of being incompetent in a relationship is causing you to stay there without fixing it. It is time, my brothers and sisters, to start fixing your problems. Don't you know that the divorce rate is so high? It is high because we are not fixing our problems. We are allowing the government to fix it for us. Let me talk to my brothers out there. My brothers, meaning all of you. Women, do you realize that when you go to court for child support and the system is allowing you to dictate sometimes whether you can allow the man to come and visit your son, your daughter? This is an issue I really want to talk about. Every child needs a father. Every child needs his mother or her mother. We are allowing the court system to dictate to us now whether a child can be seen by his father. This has to change. This is not human. You are trying to get back at the father for the things that he have done, but guess what? You're hurting your child. He's growing up without a father. He's growing up without a mother. What are you doing? These are all the negative things that we're doing in the world, and we're wondering why the world is the way it is. So you have a child just growing up with just a mother or just growing up with just a father. I know that there are delicate situations why the child might be taken out of the home. There's sexual abuse. There's all kind of abuse. But the good man that out there that wants to be with his child, why are you negating that to him? Why are you taking that away from her for her to see her child? I'm jumping from one thing to the next because these are all the things that are hurting us today. We have to stop.
Alert from Google password required.
We have to stop it right now. We have to realize that we are in control of our lives. Do not let a system control us. It is time for a change, my brothers and sisters around the world. It is time for a change. We have to develop relationships with each other. Those of you that's in the business world out there, you don't need to step on my neck in order to make it. No, you don't. We can do business together without destroying each other. This is why today business don't even stay open 2 years, because we're trying to do everything ourselves. Let's stop. These are all the negative things that are happening to us. Let's stop it. Businesses are flowing in the world with those that understand business and understand relationships and understand how to manage. We started business, and right now, I am trying to connect Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean. Why am I doing that? Because I realize that Africa don't do business with Latin America or the Caribbean. I'm talking about the masses. I'm not talking about one or two companies. Why is that? You were colonialized by the Europeans, so you do business with the Europeans, but you don't do business with me. I'm in Latin America. You barely do business in the Caribbean, but that's changing because it's time to connect. Don't tell me, people, that we can't make a difference. I am making a difference with all the people that's behind me, the positive people, because that's what we need. We need positive people in our lives in order to make a difference in the world. It is time for us to branch out. It is time enough to leave the drama behind. All of you drama queens and drama kings, I want you to join another team. That is a positive team. You see, maybe you are toxic and don't even know you are. Anytime you are planting negative seeds in others, it is time to stop now. This is the time. I want you guys to believe that we can do it. I have done so much in this world already, making changes. And I need folks like yourself to come on and start doing the same thing. I want to close by talking about this because this is very important. This is for my young people. Are you guys listening, my young people? I want you to listen to this. You know, back in the 70s and the 60s, drugs was poured into I'll use the United States as an example, poured into your neighborhoods, and now it's flowing everywhere. I want to address this. This is going to sound a little different for you from me, but I want to address the drug dealers. Yes, the young people that are doing this. It's a product. It's a business. But I want to share something with you. I remember sharing this with a previous drug dealer, and he was in prison for a long time. And he said to me, I wish you would have told me that. I wish I had you around during that time. And I shared this with him. I said, you just had the wrong product. You were guided to sell the wrong product. And you thought that you were doing good. You see, some of the qualities of a drug dealer is the same qualities of a businessman. Leadership skills, unafraid to take risk, competitive spirit, a good intellect, ambition, solid communication skill, accounting, security. What's the difference? There's no difference. The difference is that you've been lured to do something that's negative. You were taught to do something that was negative. But guess what? You have a choice. You want to do business. You're a businessman already. You just need the right product. Because the product that you have, it would take you probably 3 places. To your grave, or 2, or just 1. To your grave and prison. That's where they want you. They want you in prison. You see, by you being in prison, there's so many people that's making money while you're in prison. That's why prison is privatized today. These are all the negative things, baby, that is destroying you. If you want to learn about business, you call me. Tell me what you want to do, and I can transform you into a real businessman, into a true businessman, into a man and woman God created you to be. You just have the wrong product. It is time to get the right product. It is time now for you to do the right thing. You see, sometimes you are your own enemy and don't realize it. You don't need to sell drugs. You need to be a true businessman out here because you have all the qualities that a businessman has. And final, I want to say this to all of you because I took more of my time. I just wanted to do 30 minutes today. I am at peace. I wasn't always at peace. I had to take steps in order to be free from drama, free from the things that was hindering me. And you have to make that decision now. I want you to make that decision because it is important that I send this message to those that are toxic. A message to toxic people. Stop managing and controlling other people's lives and manage yours. And for those of you that's allowing toxic people to manage your life, my advice is this: protect your space. Protect your space, which is God's space. That's in my book, chapter 2. It must be protected at all times. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your space. Those people that are toxic, sometimes they can't change. That is just who they are. But guess what? You can change your environment. You can change that, all that they're doing. You see, that space was created for God. God needs that space in order to work with you, in order to guide you, in order to put you in places where you need to be. And when I recognized about that space, I said, thank God, I understand. You see, there was too much garbage in my space. So I had to get rid of all the garbage and still getting rid of garbage. But one thing for sure, I have a lot of space for God now. His space is only His space. And that's why I am where I am today. And another thing I want to say is those of you that are jealous of your friend or your mother or your father, whomever, or uncle or brother, however it may be, get rid of that jealousy because that's called junk. And God cannot work in that space when there's jealousy, when there's drama, where there's all these things. He needs a clean space to work with you. If you are destroying yourself with drugs, liquor, being a sex addict, whatever it may be, it is time to clean house. It is time to change that mindset. It is time. It is time. And I know that because those of you that have changed your mindset, which I have, I'm at a place where I never thought that I would be. What I am saying to you is by experience. Most of you just see me on Facebook all the time, but you have no clue of my past. And my past, I had to change. I had to change my mindset because most people think because they don't do drugs or they don't do this or they don't prostitute. But guess what? I didn't do any of those things. But guess what? I had to change my character. My character had to change. That's why I brought up the church. That's why I brought that up, because there's so many people in church with bad character. And they expect me to be there. For what? I believe in God. I love God. I am doing the great things that God wants me to do. I cannot be around people that are toxic and that they have toxic behavior. And that's everywhere. That's on your job, that's at church, that's all these institutions, it's everywhere. But guess what? I would never allow any man to change me because of your behavior. There are people that do things to you that tries to bring out the worst in you. Don't do it. Walk away. I used to have people to do that to me. They bring out the worst in me. And guess what? I stopped that. You're not going to bring out the worst in me. I am going to live the life that was meant for me to live. Let me give you a list of things that help me to be the woman that I am today. This is my last message. Believe in yourself. Love yourself. Trust your instincts. Stay focused. Dream with action. Stay positive. Please stay positive. Have faith with action. Be selfless. Don't let your family and friends discourage you. Don't ever take anything for granted. Be patient. Be kind. Be wise. Check your character. Respect yourself. Seek truth. Seek knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Respect your elders, my young people. Seek the truth. Please seek the truth. Be cautious. Be cautious with people that are coming by you, knocking your door, trying to hurt you. Be cautious. Changing the world starts with you, not with others, with you. Walk away from negativity. That was the topic tonight. Your title does not define you. You are a man, you are a woman. Don't let your title make you feel superior to others, because it's not going to work with Dr. Melida Harris Barrow. You are who you are. You are a human being just like me. Help one another to succeed. My goodness. How many people have not dialed my number and all I do is help them? You know why? When I help them, I help myself and my future generation. Look in the mirror every day and tell yourself, I'm great. I am powerful. Use your mind wisely. Count your blessings. Be the man and woman God created you to be. But I'm going to say this. Be the man God created you to be. Be the woman God created you to be. Know who you are. If you have no clue who you are, you're going to be lost in this world. That's why I wrote the book, Unveiling the Illusion. Know who you are. You're going to be lost like you are now. You're looking around trying to figure out, what do I do next? There are people out there that are willing to help you. I'm one of them. Question your traditions. Question your cultures. Question the rituals that you go through every day. Is that hurting you? That is the question. Is that hurting you? There's so many traditions that we have that is hurting us, and we don't even know. Change the world. like I said before, by changing you. Protect your mind. Please protect your mind. Use your greatness and power to change all things in your home, at school, at the university, at your job. Change. It's time for a change. Thank you very much. This is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, author of Unveiling the Illusion. I hope you enjoyed my show. This is the first show. I want to thank all of you, Millie and El Green and Ed, my son. I love you. Gilbert, Vielka, mi amor, te quiero. I want to thank all of you for watching this show. And the reason I started this show is because living your best life now is important. Living your best life now. Not when you die and go to heaven. Now. Thank you. And you can purchase my book at www.melidaharrisbarrow.com. I love you guys. And hopefully I will be back on Thursday. I might be in Barbados, but I will do it from Barbados. I love you. I love you guys, all my Facebook friends, my family. I appreciate all of you for watching. And I appreciate my husband. I thank him from the bottom of my heart. I love you, Papi. Thanks for being there for me. My brothers, my family, everybody, my grandson, my sons, everybody. I love you guys. And I hope to see you guys soon again. Thank you. And have a good night. Good night.